Bible in the middle of the 15th century. The printing press printed as many copies of the Bible as Gutenberg instructed it, but it did not create a single new page. It had no ideas of its own about the Bible. Is it good? Is it bad? How to interpret this? How to interpret that? AI can create new ideas, can even write a new Bible. Throughout history, religions dreamt about having a book written by a superhuman intelligence.
Alright, so I gotta stop it right there. Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. On to this like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. Yeah, I had to stop it because it was. I watched it and I just stopped it at this point. But the madness that these devils they speak against the Lord is truly profound and understandable, because what we're dealing with, in case of people been living under a rock, in case you haven't not noticed that the so-called white man, all right, mainly the small hatters, they don't believe, nor to consider that there is a God. They believe that they selves are our gods. All right. And all they doing is empowering idols that was from all failed empires, all recycled, and give them the intelligence and so forth. When it's sad when you hear, I believe it was Elon Musk that stated that AI does not see people as anything. It's like they see people as an ant. And then when he said that there was actually summoning demons and they go over people's head, it shows you how stupid they are. Now, if you're going to go summon something that's beyond your control, why would you summon that? Why would you get that? And he's talking about the superhumans, and because the scriptures itself, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. I'll be back to this. There's two. One in Psalms. Let me get that. There's something that he said is right, though. Inspired. Or inspired. Inspired's not there? Hold on. Am I bugging? Okay. Oh, I know why. I think I know why. Alright. One in Peters and there's another one in Psalms. But I wanted to get the one in Psalms first, but it's alright. First Peter's right. Second Peter's 2 and 20. And it says, matter of fact, I started on 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy. What is that more sure word? We believe. All right, we believe. That's what makes this book so unique. People may read it and say this is a bunch of stories, but it's not made for the masses. It's made for the few. That's the key. Now, Bible, the word Bible itself just means collection of books. So these collection of books was not made for the masses. It was made for the few. All right, the few chosen. That's why it's written in this in the code. All right. I ain't gonna make this too long because this is gonna be. It could be a long subject. 2 Ezra 14 and is it 40? All right, 2 Ezra 14. Actually, I gotta go up. There's one further up, and there's one down. 14 and. No, 14. Side, you got the evils. No, it's further down. it says 2nd Ezra 14 and 39. Then opened I my mouth and behold, he reached me a full cup, and which was a full as it were with water, but the color of it was like fire. So the Lord, man, if I gotta go up, man, this is great. This is great stuff. I'm gonna start at 38. And the next day, behold, a voice called me, saying, Ezra, open thy mouth, and drink that I give thee to drink. Then opened I my mouth, and behold, he reached me a full cup, which was full as it were with water, but the color of it was like fire. And I took it and drank. And when I had drunk of it, my heart uttered understanding, and wisdom grew in my breast, for my spirit strengthened my memory. Woo! So that, meaning what? Why did it strengthen his memory? Because we always come back. All right. Matter of fact, let's go to, let me use this other one. 2 Peter's 3 and 1. This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance. So in order to remember something, you have to have it. And when did Peter and Ezra had it? They always had it. All right. Isaiah, I gotta go there because it's always stick to the basics, right? 34, I believe. Isaiah 34 and 17. Yeah. And he have cast a lot for them, and his hand have divided it unto them by line. And they shall possess it forever, from generation to generation shall they dwell therein. So, matter of fact, I was supposed to read up. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth have commanded, and his spirit have gathered them. Who's the them that's gathered? The elect. Those that this was given to from the very beginning. Predestined. All right? Technically, I'm going to say it again, technically, we that have the understanding of this book is with that clown, I forgot this, Noah Hurrah or whatever, is going to be considered superhuman. All right. We have a superhuman trait that was passed down to us generation to generation. That as soon as we heard a particular thing, whatever it was, that clicked in our mind, like it says in Isaiah the 30th chapter, like this is the way, then that superhuman understanding of the scriptures came upon us, because we are part of the scriptures. We are able to read. The scriptures tell you what that only the elect can receive it. All right. The rest were blinded. Why were they blinded for? Because it was not given. They don't have that connection to the Lord. And it says, and he have cast a lot for them, and his hand have divided it unto them by line. They shall possess it forever. For generation to generation shall they dwell therein. So this talent, this skill set was given to every particular prophet, every generation. That's what the scripture says. I'm just going to quote that one. I believe it's 2 Corinthians 14 chapter 14:38, that the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophets. When you understand the word subject meaning under the rule of. So the prophets, the scriptures was given to the prophets from the beginning of time. They was always going to fall under that rulership, under that banner. This is why it says back in Second Ezra 14 and 40, and I took it and drank it, and when I had drunk of it, my heart uttered understanding, and wisdom grew in my breast, and for my spirit strengthened my memory. So he had to remember, okay? That's what the Lord said to Jeremiah. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. All right? So the Lord know who's who, what's what, who was given to. And my mouth was open and shut no more. Meaning he had to speak. This is a superhuman experience that he felt. And the highest gave understanding unto 5 men, and they wrote the wonderful visions of the night that they were told, which they knew not. Because there's certain levels to everything. Most scribes that were under a prophet would write down what the prophet's saying with no full understanding until now, because it's full circle. All right? And the Apostle Paul always says that. The prophets of the past did not know the prophecies, and why they even though when the angel broke it down to them, they still couldn't understand it because it was not given to them understanding. That was not part of their job. Was to lay the foundation down. Our job is to take from that and apply it to our everyday life. It says, though it tarry, wait for it. It should not tarry. Our job is to make it plain to the modern day formation, which is superhuman, right? This is a superhuman task that we have. Indeed, as for me, I spake in this day, and I held not my tongue by night. Matter of fact, did I skip this? And which they knew not. Sorry. Let me read again. The highest gave understanding unto 5 men, and wrote wonderful visions of the night, and were told, which they knew not. And they sat 40 days, and they wrote in the day, and at the night they ate bread. As for me, it was what? It was in the spirit, all right? It was locked in the spirit, which leads me to which I was trying to find. Right. 2 Peter's 1:20, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scriptures is in private, and a private interpretation. Why would it seem to be a private interpretation? Because people was not given to understand that. It was not in their memory. It was not part of their spiritual DNA, so to speak. That was not passed down to them. So those people that is passed down to is not a private interpretation. It's clear. For the prophecies came not in old time by the will of men, but holy men of the Most High spake as they were moved by the Holy Spirit. So this understanding, uttering, breaking it down, that's by the Holy Spirit. This is what Esau so desirably want, but he can't receive that. Because what? The scripture tells you in Wisdom of Solomon, I can't remember which particular chapter, that wisdom should not dwell in a malicious soul. And their soul is malicious. But going back to this, because there's a key point to this. And it says, 2 Ezra 14 and 43, as for me, I spake in the day, and I held not my tongue by night. In 40 days they wrote 204 books. And it came to pass, when the 40 days were filled, that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written publish openly, that the worthy and the unworthy may read it. So yes, it's for everybody to read, but it needs a proper person to interpret. And the only people that can interpret it is the elect. But keep the 70 last, that they may deliver them only to such as be wise among the people. For in them is a spring of understanding, the fountain of wisdom, and a stream of knowledge. And I did so. So key point is not given to everybody. Period. This is why they have to make their own version, because Esau is that covenant, that anointed cherub that covereth. something has to exist in order for him to destroy, to pollute, and so forth. All right, his job is to copy, paste. That's why it says in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, they are the counterfeits. To counterfeit something, something has to be real. Oh, scripture says what right here, Job 13:4. It says, "But ye are forgers of lies, and ye are all physicians of no value." When you look up the word forgers, it means the Hebrew word is tapal, to smear, plaster over, stick, glue. So you need something to plaster over. So the covering, and that's what Esau has done, and he's still to this day he's trying to do that. Let this thing play on, because there's a lot to do with this, a lot. So here it is. He knowing that a superhuman being, so to speak, which is an Israelite, was given an ability that came from on high. And this is why they want to infuse man, or many themselves, with AI, so they could get that ability on the left-hand side.
A non-human entity. Every religion claims our book, all the books of the other religions, humans wrote them. But our book, no. It came from some superhuman intelligence. In a few years, there might be religions that are actually correct. That just think about a religion whose holy book is written by an AI. That could be a reality in a few years. How old are you? 33.
You hear the madness that comes out this devil's mouth? But it's all for what? This is why he will never be forgiven. He's a blasphemer. All right? But let's hear what this guy says.
Yeah, okay. So you said something that caught me. You said you were up till 4 in the morning?
Yeah,
so,
actually about 5 in the morning. But
okay.
We got the XAI Data Center, or Supercomputer Center training from beginning installation to start of training in 19 days, which is the fastest that anyone has ever gotten a supercomputer to train.
And is that in that new building off to the side?
That's in Memphis, actually.
It's in Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis, the capital of ancient Egypt.
Right. Yeah, you're bringing what?
Perhaps that's where our new...
And then you hear out of the devil's mouth, because it all goes back to, this is nothing new. Matter of fact, he said something, I was supposed to bring it out, Salakia. There's nothing new. Everything that they're doing is nothing new. It says, Ecclesiastes 1:9, the thing that has been, it is that which shall be, which is man. And that which is done is that which shall be done. So you think the other nations, when they was at their prominent position, they wasn't thinking like this? Nah, it's something that repeats. That's why the other nations, their elites are embedded with Esau, because Esau took he stole from everybody, and he showed how to do things such an evil way that it's supposed to benefit everybody, but it's not. All right, it's not. He just takes everything and he just makes it of his own. He's not. It's gonna say. It says, and there's no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? So AI, we're supposed to believe AI is new. This whole technology or tech, when you look up the word technology, it means skilled, craft. When you break down the word tech, it means skilled, craft, art, and logo, which is ology, means word. So it's witchcraft. It's all witchcraft. All right. And AI as algorithms is mathematical. What's that word I'm looking for? Possibilities and so forth that is given. and it only can go in of the realm of what is given, the information that is given, and they adapt to that which is given. Once again, it's given, it's given, it's given. It's not telling. It's not foretelling. It can't foretell. And that's why when it comes down to like the destruction, and it could predict that how the world would end and so forth, because the information that's given and a logical conclusion would be that this is how things is going to go. So these idiots, Esau, because the word science means knowledge, all right, they seek out this in-depth knowledge, but it always returns to the same thing. It always returns to the same thing. All right. And the outcome is never what they desire. Let me get this. Always gotta get this when I talk about this. It says, Proverbs 28:16. The prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor. Now you want to know why the world is in the case that it is? Because this man wants understanding, but he can't achieve that understanding. That he needs aid. And that's why it's mind-boggling. They'll sit there and tell you that there is no God, which is, I'm going to go into 2 Thessalonians, and they place themselves as a God because they can't achieve that which was promised. This is why that guy Noah said what he said about what superhuman, all right, intelligence, because they want to rewrite what it was written to make it so that way they are the gods, but they lack understanding. It says the prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor, but he that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days. So he wants understanding, but he can never get that understanding because the Lord is not dealing with them. And why did Elon Musk said Memphis? Well, you was talking about Memphis, Tennessee, but he really said Memphis and Egypt because all that's knowledge that they're getting is from the old. These are from the old ways. There's nothing new. Everything that they're doing is not new. It's nothing new. All right.
Yeah, I wish that was funny. Yeah, okay, so I want to talk to you about a line that...
That was funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
look, I mean, there are a few things we're aiming for with Grok, the XAI.
Yeah.
Well, Grok just means to deeply understand something.
Yeah, but it's got that weird background. That's Stranger in a Strange Land, right? Robert Heinlein. That was a favorite book of mine.
The first 2/3 of Stranger in a Strange Land are great.
It's good.
There you go. And why these devils do what they do? They do it because they want to reach to that point of immortality, which they believe through their science that they could achieve that mortality. And the term science just means knowledge. So they believe in their knowledge. Matter of fact, Revelation 16, I believe it's 16:15. No. The miracles. Right, 14. It says, and they are the spirits of devils working miracles, right? Which go forth unto the kings of the earth. When it's talking about the 3 city states, the unclean spirits and so forth, but they bringing forth their miracles. Their miracles is their form of science, right? It says the Greek word for miracle, it says summon. I believe, matter of fact, let me go to this one, if I'm not mistaken. I just now knows that. Even this beautiful device, all it's doing is amplifying that which we have, what it's supposed to have, but it's aiding. But these mother effers, they take it to the next level. They think So when you go to the word miracle in the Greek,
Strong's G 4592, Semeion. Semeion.
A sign, mark, token, that by which a person or a thing is distinguished from others and is known. A sign, prodigy, pronet, proten, i.e., let me look this word up. Let me do this professionally.
Portent.
Portent, a sign or warning that something, especially something monumental or calamitous, is likely to happen. So it's like a prophecy. So, i.e., an unusual occurrence transcending the common course of nature. All right, of signs portending remarkable events soon to happen, which is what? Prophecy. This is what they make their statements like today was a day that Donald J. Trump was inaugurated, which means he was given he's the top witch, to make a long story short. Right? So what do? They say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And any catastrophic event takes place because they cause it. So they're saying things before it happens because they make it happen, which is a false prophet. It says of miracles, wonders by which the Most High authenticates the man sent by him, and which man prove that the cause they are pleading is of God's. So when a man comes in the name of a particular God and make things happen, that's why it says in Deuteronomy, I believe the 13th chapter, and the Lord said, if something happens and the false prophet says it's going to happen under the name of this particular God, don't follow him. So the Lord will allow certain things to happen to see if people truly believe in him. So this man's going around here working his false miracles, his technology and so forth, which I'm going to go into that, so that way he could deceive the people. Because it says that. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means. Matter of fact, I should start on one. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him. So the coming of the Lord, so the Lord's not here. Yahushua is not here. All right? He's on his way back. And the gathering is what? The gathering of the elect. That we be not soon shaken in the mind, or be troubled neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Yahushua is at hand. So don't be. The Lord gave us a dossier or clues or how he was going to return. So anything that takes place, it has to coincide with the scriptures. If it doesn't coincide with the scriptures, it's not of the Lord. Even though certain things coincide with the scriptures, that doesn't mean the Lord is going to come right away, because prophecy needs to be revealed. And that's what Paul was stating. Right? It says that no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. The falling away was what, 70 AD. We had to lose the land. We had to be scattered, all right, throughout all of the known world. And the son of perdition, which is the son of destruction, is Esau, who did that from 1966 Let me say 1966. Slovakia. 66 AD or 66 AD. Oh, sorry, 66 CE, the Common Era. At that time, Nero gave permission to Vespasian to go and ransack Jerusalem. The same Nero today. All right, took what, 4 years for them to ransack Jerusalem and still occupy that land after. So 72. C or C was it AD? No, AD. Slovakia. It was AD. Slovakia. 66 AD to 70 AD was the downfall of Jerusalem, the downfall of the homeland of the of Judah, Benjamin, Levi. All right, that had to happen, and what was revealed is what the Romans were responsible for it. The Romans were Edomites. Who opposeth and exalts himself above all that is called the Most High, and that's what was happening back then. The Romans, they had what do you call that thing? Damn, I think it was called a bus. Every time a Roman emperor came into position, they had a bus or something, a statue stating that they were gods. All right, they put themselves as gods. Okay, because they were the Caesars, they were the top people. So they exalt themselves above the Most High. And that's Esau by nature. All right, there's no God. But if there's a God, he is it. So all that is worship to the angels and so forth, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And that's Esau to a T. And you got all these quote-unquote highly intelligent people that's supposed to change the dynamics of everything that's going on. And all they're doing is proving themselves to be the devils that they are. They need existing life to rip off the Most High. And that's why they're going to lean towards more to their technology. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. So Paul told these people, like, look, this was going to happen. All right, this is the prophecy. This is what's going to happen. And now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time, which is being revealed today. All right, to this day. By whom? The prophets. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work, which iniquity means sin upon sin, which was talking about the common might of that time, which was the Roman Empire. That was a mystery. Who's going to be the one to destroy this world? At the time was the Romans, which was run by Esau. Doeth already work, only he who now letteth will let, which is talking about the Most High, because what? Prophecy had to be revealed until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which by prophecy, by the prophets, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, when Yahushua comes. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. So the key word right here is working. When you go into the energia, working efficient, and the New Testament use only of superhuman power, whether of the Most High or the devil. So everything that this guy said was right. They want to be superhumans, but they want to be superhumans not by the Most High, because the Lord's not dealing with them. So they're in the opposite side. They're of the devil. So that the Greek word is energia, all right, for working. Efficient energy, operation, strong, efficient working. And their working is their falsehood. It says, even after the working of the devil, so the energia, the energy, the power that is given unto them by the devil. With all power, signs and lying wonders. We go into power, the dominus, or Dominus, let me see if I'm right. Because I know Dominus or Domin means Lord. In the Greek, I just want to make sure I'm correct. Two and 9, right? The word is power.
Strong's G 1411. Dunamis.
Dunamis, okay.
Dunamis.
Dunamis, which means strength, power, ability. So they have the ability, they have given the knowledge, the ability to do all that what they're doing. All right, to be able to mimic life, to summon demons, so the demons can have a host. These idols could have a host, a host body, so they could talk and walk and so forth. All right, inherited power, power resonating in a thing by virtue of his nature, in which person or thing exhorts and puts forth power for performing miracles. So their ultimate power is going to be their RFID microchip, linking men together via technology, and be able to control men, women, and children through this technology. That's power. That's the power that they seek, and that's the power that's given. Moral power and excellence of soul. Power and influence which belongeth to the riches, but to riches and wealth, which is that's what they operating by. This is how they get in this other side of the power. All right, they have the riches and the wealth. That's why they study all sorts of different religions, so to speak, because they recycling that failed system. And it says power, resourcing arising from numbers, power consorting in or resting upon armies, forces, and hosts, which all that applies to Esau, because he's given that. It said the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. And it says, and signs, which we know what that means, same thing as miracle, and wonders. Now let's look up the word wonders. Prodigy, proniton, miracle performed by one. So it's going to be a miracle to see somebody that lost a limb and put robotics and seemingly whole, but that's all in the guidance of Satan. And that's what they're banking on. And it says on the NLT, this man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles. So counterfeit power. So it's something they in order to something to be counterfeit, it has to get it from the real thing. Yahushua, when he went to heal, he healed completely. Put people back whole. Esau is just giving people borrowed time, so to speak. And it says, verse 10, and with all deceivableness and unrighteousness, and them that perish. So those fools that decide, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't read the NLT, but now I will. He will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction, which is what the majority of the people of this world, because they're all going to follow his way. And his way is going to be what? The end of him, which is going to be the end of this world. Let me just finish it off on this. Revelation 14 and 9. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the last stand. They can make whatever they want. This is the outcome that never changed. I believe it was called Project Looking Glass. And they stated that no matter what they did, it all came to the same thing. And this is the final conclusion of everything. And I'm going to read it in the KJV. And the third angel followed, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, which is the Roman Empire, which became the New World Order, and his image, which is their New World Order. All right. AI writing their own Bible. AI is telling you. AI is giving people advice. People worshiping AI. That's all part of the same thing. And receive his mark, which is the charagma, right? And a physical incision in their foreheads, which is metapon, or in their hands. So that's how you be linked to one another, to be linked to this system. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into a cup of indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb. So when the Lord makes his return, he's going to have he's going to be gazing at those that made Esau their Lord, that agreed with the system, that didn't want his coming. He's going to watch and see everybody be tortured. And he's going to allow certain spirits to remain in their bodies for a period of time. This is why he's a king of terrors. All right? And this is the outcome that they can never change, because the elites are going to escape. But America is going to be finished. It's going to be done. And this is what they tell you technology is going to aid you and obey you. But they don't tell you the outcome of doing this technology, because they're the devil. And the smoke of their torment extended up forever and ever. And there is no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever received the mark of his name. Here is patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and of Yahweh Shai. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nations. Shalom.